see everyone again. Greg Heister, Craig Ehlo. Gonzaga, well, the end of November, early part of December was tough. They went through a tough stretch, Craig, but they finished strong. They're 10-5, and their two studs got it going.
They really did, and the two studs we're talking about, go ahead and say it, Batman and Robin, dynamic duo, whatever you want to call them. But they were, they're not invincible. Elias Harris fought injuries that early on, but the last couple of games, he showed us what kind of a player he can be for this team. Explosive and powerful, and they got him back healthy, so that's a key. Stephen Gray fought with a big toe, back spasms. His play has elevated since he's feeling healthy again. This game against Oklahoma State, he did great, but the Wake Forest game, he came out and scored 18 points, so I think having both of those guys healthy again is going to help.
And we'll talk about the three-point shooting of Portland in a moment, but their strength really starts on the inside. Luke Sigma, the best rebounder this year in the West Coast Conference to this point.
This guy is averaging almost 10 rebounds or 11 rebounds a game, and he has really matured. His maturation is showing in what he does for the Pilots, and that's rebounding the basketball, but he's also throwing in a little shot selection and getting them some points, a double-double for Luke Sigma.
And if Gonzaga is going to avoid just their Sigma actually somehow got it to Knutson.
Yeah, usually you're too close. When they're like that, then the pass won't be made. But Robert's got great position.
Stephen Gray feeling it from behind the arc. He's got 13, leads all scorers.
Well, I think they missed an opportunity to get Robert the basketball. He had Knutson way up the lane, locked and sealed, but Stephen, like you said, is feeling it. Didn't hesitate.
And he's that kind of player, Craig, that scores points in bunches. As Stoll just fires a three. That was really deep. Here's Goodson with Harris. Skip Murninghoff, three. Good! Revino with a timeout for Portland.
You know, that was a well-planned break. You had your shooter going to the corner. You had Meach with the basketball, finding the shooter after the penetration and getting the basketball. Watch this penetrate. Watch the defense all get in there, and Murninghoff's over there in the corner. He just made one from over there, so.
He's already making a change in his lineup. Rashad Green, the sophomore out of New York, gets the start for Kwame Vaughn, the sophomore out of Oakland, California. So that'll be interesting to see how that makes a difference here for the San Francisco Dons. It's Gonzaga winning the opening tip, and this is Stephen Gray. He'll bring the ball up for GU and get the team into the offense.
Well, here's why Rashad Green is in there. Kind of a barometer for San Francisco's success in the Dons' 3 conference losses. He scored 0, 2, and 4 points. In their 2 victories, he had 16 and 10 points. Maybe he's going to try to get that spark from Rashad Green from the beginning.
That ball off of Sacre goes out of bounds. And so USF basketball, but Vaughn averaging almost 14 points a game is replaced by Rashad Green, who scores 6.5 points a game. You take one of your best scorers out and replace him with a guy scoring 6.5 points.
But really the importance of a 6th man to me, having been in that role and relished in it, the energy that you bring into the game to change the game or something is what I think Rex Walters is looking for Kwame Vaughn to do.
Valerio and Bolden get tied up. There's Bryant on the baseline, double team. Got it to Bruja, who missed the shot. Rebound, Stephen Gray, and Gonzaga now on the move.
Yeah, 1 shot and done.
Quick three, in and out. Lohorn with his first rebound of this game. He's a man, ladies and gentlemen, 6'7", 230 out of San Francisco.
He had 10 double-doubles last year. Only 1 this year, and it came in the last game against Santa Clara.
And now he's working on Rob Sacre. Spin. Sacre right there. But Lohorn able to connect from about 15 feet out with the 7-footer and his arm extended. And now Sacre working on Bruja.
Look at that tap.
Throw it to Harris. Tap to Goodson.
Hey, we talk about Elias Harris's ability to score the basketball, rebound the basketball, make moves. That was a phenomenal pass. The ball came from Robert Sacre out of the double team. Harris couldn't get his hand on it, tapped it right to Meach, who was standing underneath.
There's Green's first shot. And now Bolden. That's a 2. Gonzaga leads 4-2.
That's just pretty. He took what the defense gave him. They backed off of him. I'd like to get another shot at that possession prior to see if that was really A tap?
A
I
tap
saw it.
by
Trust me.
Harris, or if the defender deflected it.
No. Harris
You
had his
sure?
hand on it. Harris had his hand on it. I promise you.
Okay. Bryant. Inside. Goodson saved it right to his teammate Elias Harris. And here's Bolden on the near side. Right to Sacre, working on Lowhorn. Turn around long. And rebounded by Rashad Green, number 13.
You see, I think with Robert's size and ability, he's got to put that ball on the floor and go right at the rim.
Wow, the rebound off the Lowhorn miss. And we're tied at 4. There's Sacre.
See, that's better.
Chance for 3.
I thought the possession before he caught the ball where he caught it on the block, he turned and bailed the defense out by taking a horrible shot. This time, he uses that big old strong body. Look at this. No dribble, just drop step, up strong, and 1.
Lowhorn backing down on Harris. Turn around, no good. Bolden keeps it alive for Gonzaga. 3-on-3. Harris running, left hand, good.
The chemistry on this team has just totally amazed me at how well they run and play together on the offensive end together, because the Gonzagas have so much freedom.
And now the foul on USF. Number 22, Paris Blackwell picks up his first personal foul. That's the first on USF.
Okay, Bolden gets
Actually, second, I'm sorry.
the long rebound from that. Takes the ball halfway to the middle. The two wings, Stephen Gray and Elias Harris, our three-headed monster that you talked about, running the floor, spacing the floor, making it hard for the defense to guard you. Matt coming up with the right decision, getting the ball to the offside to Elias.
Here's Harris working on Blackwell, and he traveled. Little hop in the step there.
But that's not the usual move he makes. That was just a travel. He was trying to slide to the baseline, and before he could put the ball on the floor, he moved both feet.
That's 2 turnovers now for Gonzaga. As Vaughn picked up the dribble. So Vaughn and Green both into the game for USF. Calerio, 3-ball deep, well short. Stephen Gray picks it out of there, and now he's moving. Here's Harris. He shoots the 3 over Blackwell, and Elias with his second of the game. Gonzaga's lead is at 5.
That's what makes him so spectacular. It's just, if you don't come out and guard him, they're not putting Lowhorn on him, so they got the bigger guy, Blackwell, on him, and Elias is saying, why am I going to go at this big guy? Why don't I just shoot while I'm out here?
Blackwell on Olenek, pulls his way in, missed the shot. It's off of Mangisto or Rob, and so possession stays with USF.
Yeah, see, Blackwell's got his hands down, and Elias says, do you not realize I'm shooting 42% out here? Okay, I'll show you. So he showed Blackwell right there on that possession.
And Harris now with 8 points.
Well, the Dons average almost 14 turnovers, which isn't a bad number,
That's
really.
a good number.
I mean, that's really a good number, but
It's workable.
it's workable. But when you play a team like Gonzaga, you've got to knock that down to 10.
Arop hard charging to the middle, missed the shot. Vaughn with the rebound, and then a foul is called. So Manny Arop picks up his second, and that's 2 team fouls now on Gonzaga.
Manny had I thought, a fabulous game down at Santa Clara in those last few minutes. He had that tip that put him up 65-64. He was in the right place. And that rule, remember Stephen couldn't shoot the free throws, so they got to choose who was on the floor to shoot them, and Manny shooting 56% from the free throw line did what? Went up there and knocked 2 down calmly, just like Stephen would have been, because he's an 81% free throw shooter.
Williams, Vaughn, Calerio, knocked away by Harris. It stays with USF 17 on the shot clock. They tried to go to Dejara down on that post.
You know, I get really upset with big guys because I always tried to make those passes from exactly where you saw the Don try to make the pass into to Mustafa. The big guy will have your guy locked. He had Elias on the high side, but then he let him go. And when he let him go, Elias could slip in there and deflect it. You got to hold your ground. You got to hold your ground. You can't create space in there. You can't go get the ball until the ball's been thrown.
Vaughn missing. Harris with the rebound. Gonzaga with a 3-point lead back in business. Bolden right to the middle. Hangs and hits. Bolden with 4 points. That was pretty.
He's just made good decisions all year long. Everybody, what's wrong with Matt in this game? Nothing's wrong with Matt. Matt makes good, solid decisions every game.
There's Colario. Dejara on Harris. I tell you, Mustafa Dejara looks pretty good on that post to me. Averaging just 6 points a game, but he's got a couple of nice buckets.
A breakdown in the Zags defense, I know they teach this. If the post play takes more than 2 dribbles, a double team has to come. You can't leave Kelly down there on an island, with the guy just as big as he is, dribbling once, twice. You got to bring somebody down, make him pick the ball up.